Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Welcome to the Morning Cuppa. It is that time, and I have a little sidekick. Scooby's with us today. Come on in. When you find it, share it out. Let other people know that we are here. We are streaming today on Enlightened World Network and on Angel Speakers, Teri Angel, on both Facebook and YouTube. So you can find us a lot of places for that morning show, whatever you prefer. So come on in. I'm going to take a moment and let people know that the show is live. Oh, somebody beat me to it. Share it out when you find it. Good morning, Brandy. Thank you for sharing. Good morning, Pat Moss. And since we're going live on EWN now, I'm going to share it out from there and let people know to come look. Okay. Let's get everybody in here. Deirdre, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for sharing. My chimes are in the car, so I have Kathy Hand's chimes, which are the same as mine. Aren't they beautiful? So I'll play these while we go into our hearts. Hand on your heart center. And slow down your breathing. Pull in some love into your heart. That's the magic ingredient. Just release anything that's unlike love. And then when you breathe in again, pull somebody into your heart. Who are you giving a heart hug to today? I'm going to give Kathy a heart hug because she's getting ready to head off to work. So I want to make sure that she's sent off with a lot of love today. Hi, Julie Kiss. Thank you for coming in. I love just listening to these. So let's say some affirmations while the chimes are talking to us. I am enough. I am worthy. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. Why is it so easy? It is so easy to manifest those miracles in your life. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I am a child of the divine. The universe has my back. How about that one? Blue, blue, blue. It's going to be a hot day where you are. Oh boy, oh boy. Day 154. We are flying by these days. I can't believe it's the 11th of August already. Only a couple more weeks till my birthday. And I will be celebrating from that beautiful big island with all of you. Grace Isis, good morning. Joanne, hi darling. Catherine Kovacs. She is getting ready for work, Blue, because she has to go do that work thing, you know. All right. It is manifestation Manifesting Monday. Good morning, Annie7. Thank you for coming in. And we are now streaming on Enlightened World Network instead of the EWN platform. And we're very happy about that. We don't have to have a hard cutoff. That's why we haven't been on here before, because there was a show right after, and we had to make sure we were done right on the dot. So now it's not an issue, and we're going to be streaming here every day. So if you don't find it on Angel Speakers, you can always find it here. Today's the first day of the first grade for Eras. Holy moly. That boy is growing so fast. I remember when he was a teeny tiny newborn, and now here he is in the first grade. Wow. You overslept getting Grayson ready for the bus. Well, just breathe. Just breathe in, Annie. It all will happen in divine time, and call on Archangel Cassiel. If you watched the angel lesson, the class last month, you'll understand what I mean. Archangel Cassiel will help you bend time so that you can be where you need to be exactly when you need to be there. So anytime you find yourself running behind, or you think you don't have enough time to get to where you need to go, to an appointment or on a school bus or whatever it may be, just say, Archangel Cassiel, this needs to happen, and let it happen. Let him help to bend that time. There you go, Pat Moss. Manifest, manifest, manifest. This is how it works. Sally and Tony in the house. Good morning. Blue says, I am a spark of the divine. The universe has my back. I am joyous, prosperity, and abundant. I am healthy. Yay. Brandy, from what I understand, Mira is no longer going to be doing her morning show. So I'm not sure what she will be doing, or if she has something else planned. But her show has ended, and so we're coming into that 8 o'clock spot and don't have to rush off if we go a little bit over at the end. Good morning, Susan Flo. Glad you're here. Good morning, Jim Rashawn. Yes, happy Monday. I looked out the window. I'm at Kathy Hand's house still. I'll leave here today. I looked out the window and saw that full moon. It still is really full. I saw it this morning so clearly, and I said, it's a great day to have a great day. And that is part of manifesting. When you get into that positivity in the morning, when you tell yourself, boy, things are awesome, aren't they? When you talk yourself into a higher vibration, there's no feeling like it. It is amazing. And Blue says, so Cassiel is responsible for how time works here. Cassiel can absolutely help you bend time, stop time, whatever your needs are with our linear time. Because remember, this linear time is only for us. It's for us humans to know where to be, when to be there, when to show up. And divine time is spiritual time. They're not the same. So if you need something to happen, ask for it to happen in divine time, and ask Cassiel to help make that that process happen. Okay, so what else we got? All right. So I was thinking about manifesting, and I've manifested some pretty amazing things this year because I've been totally focused on what do I want. I don't want for a whole lot. I don't want for material things, just whatever is needed for me as I follow my heart, follow what Spirit has shown me to do with the rest of my life, ever how long that might be. I'm going to be on this journey. So my manifestation is more of the places I need to go or that spirit wants me to go and how to make that happen. And I love the philosophy that Karen Palmer taught us: lose the how and get ready for the wow. When we stop thinking, how am I going to do that? How am I going to manifest enough money to go to Hawaii, to go to Egypt, to go to India? When we start thinking about it and trying to overanalyze and make it happen, that's when we're limiting spirit. We have a Kathy hand getting ready to run off to work. You're sassy.
Hi. I got to say goodbye.
They were asking for you.
Well, I had to get my hair all blow dried and stuff. So now I'm going to get ready to go on the road and get to work. But it was so nice having Teri here and so nice sharing a meal with her and then under the same big moon together.
Oh, we had a great time last night.
We did.
It was wonderful. Kathy learned how to spot UFOs.
Yay. And I saw them. I actually saw them.
We did. We saw several of them up there playing.
Yeah. We have a great sky for that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I will miss you.
Oh, I'll miss you, sweetie. Thank you
wish
so
you
much.
the best of luck and love.
Thank you.
And it's been so nice having her. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go to work.
I know. I know. Well, I hope you have a great day at work.
Thanks. I hope you have a great day, whatever you get into.
May it go with ease and grace.
Yes. Same to you.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you, Kathy.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, and Bob, for your hospitality.
Our house is your house.
Her casa is my casa.
Anytime. Okay, love you. Be careful.
You too, Kathy. Be safe. So you got to see the sassy girl this morning. Doesn't that just make your day? She's amazing. And it was a beautiful evening with her. We sat out by the fire pit, watched the stars, watched the UFOs play up there in the sky. And then we watched that big old moon when it came up, and both of us were just oohing and ahhing at how beautiful it was. And Bob too. Bob came out and watched the moon with us for a little bit. All right. So Andrea came in. Good morning, Andrea. Greg. And Blue wants to know what kind of time she's on. Oh, you're on Blue time. There's no other time like Blue Jean time. You have to be there to experience it. Grace I says, hello, baby. So glad you're here. All right. So we're talking about manifesting today. One of the things that helps me, and this is a technique, so pay attention. So what I do, if there's moments of, I need some clarity, I need to know what to bring in for the next step, the next part of the journey, I will take a blank piece of paper and a red pen, and don't ask me why. There's something about using red to write this. Paper and a red pen, and you say, release any thought about what I want, what I need. I'm going to lose all that conscious thinking of trying to make up something, right? So it's not coming from up here. This is the big part. We don't want it coming from that brain in your head. That's going to just say, I'm just going to step aside for a moment. I'm going to let my subconscious, which holds all of our memories, all of our knowledge that's in our DNA, I'm going to let that come forward and do the writing. Some people call it automatic writing, where you just stop thinking about it, you stop trying to force it, and you sit down with this piece of paper and a red pen or crayon or marker, whatever you want to use, but use a red one, and you just write, and you don't think. You just sit there, and you can even close your eyes. I've done this where I've closed my eyes and then I'll look at it and I'm going, what the heck did I write? So, so I don't do so much closing my eyes as what I do. And this is really a cool thing too. I look at the piece of paper and I know that I'm going to write something there, but I don't have a clue what it is. I'm just like, I don't know. Go into the energy of it's okay not to know. It's okay that I don't know what the next step is or what even is needed for that next step in my life. So you cancel, clear, delete anything that might be poking its head up and saying, pick me, pick me. So there are many things sometimes that we have a thought about that we want, we desire. Clear that, clear those thoughts. And with that blank sheet of paper, look at it. Look at the fact that there's nothing written there yet. This is before you even begin. Look at the paper, see the blank energy that's there, wide open. Anything is possible. You're not limited. So this is why you don't want your brain choosing things for you. That's a limited thought when you use the brain. When you use your subconscious and you know that everything is possible, then it's wide open. So just like that blank sheet of paper, there's nothing there. You're going to create with spirit flowing through you to do it. So what I do is I look at the paper, I see, okay, there's nothing there. This is an opportunity to create. This is an opportunity to flow in whatever is needed for this part of my journey or for any of you. This is what I need to move forward. This is what I need to get out of a bad situation. So have kind of an idea of where you want to move the thoughts to, but don't limit them with this brain thought. You're wanting to just put it out there. And then after you've looked at the paper, you're holding the pen in your hand or the crayon or marker or whatever, then look up. Don't look at the paper immediately before you start. You're going to look at it first. Look up. I always, for some reason, I look up and I look to the right, and it's like I'm searching. I'm like, okay, spirit, I'm pulling the energy in. So instead of sitting there staring so intently at that piece of paper, you're just going to ask to be connected. You know how we do the breathing. So you breathe into your heart and then look up and just let energy flow. You're not actually physically looking for something. You're just putting your focus and your attention to your guides, to the angels, to God, ever how you want to conceive that power that's helping you through this lifetime. So I always just look up and I just sit there for a minute. I don't try to analyze or pick apart whatever it might be. I just sit and I just wait patiently. And then after about, usually it happens within a minute for me, as I'm sitting there just asking, that my soul is just seeking whatever it is that needs to go on that piece of paper. Can I just have that flow through me? That's what I ask. That's my ask of the universe, of God, of spirit, and the angels. Can I just have it flow through me so that I know this is coming from spirit? This is not coming from my brain and my head. This is coming from my higher consciousness, from my spirit guides, from the creator, who to me is that ultimate spirit being that's guiding this whole process that we go through in our lifetimes. So that's what I do. I just ask. I don't demand. I don't say, oh, I have to get something, right? Because that's a lot of pressure. If we're thinking, I've got to write something here, so I better start getting busy, right? So lose all of that. This is with ease and grace, you guys. There is nothing hard or complicated about it. The angels have told me over and over again, You humans just like to complicate everything, right? You have to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. You have to have the steps to do something. You complicate it all, and it's so very simple. I've just laid out this whole step for you. Blank piece of paper, red pen, and then focus your energy upward. Upward, outward, however you want to look at it. I always look up. That's just my thing to do. If you want to just look out, stare out, and ask, as long as it comes from your heart and you're asking to be guided, you're asking to be shown something that you're not seeing with your physical eyes. So try it. Julie Kiss is going to try it today, and she loves the red color pen. Yes, I love writing with red, and I do that when I want to manifest, when I want to bring something in. It's okay, I'm going to just sit and write with this red pen, and I'm going to see what flows. And then what I do, sometimes I take a picture of it. I just take a picture of what was written. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just have it in here in my head. But what I like to do is burn that piece of paper that I wrote on. And what I'm doing is saying, I'm not in control. I am not the one in control here. I simply was the transcriber. I wrote down what Spirit told me to write down. I've got it in my heart. I've got it in my head. I know what it is. And then I burn it. And the burning is simply to release it. You're releasing the energy of it now up to the universe. And that gives it the freedom to go out and to come back to you, to really fully bring it into your presence. So blank sheet of paper, red pen, focus and ask, do the ask of what's supposed to go on my piece of paper. And then after you've written it, let it go, release it. Fire is the quickest way. Fire will take your manifesting desire the quickest of any of the means of giving it over to spirit. You can bury it. I have done that. I've buried it in the yard before, dug a little hole and put the paper in there. I even did it at one of the land blessings. I think it was the New Mexico one, where we all had written out intentions, and I wrote those down on paper, and then Jean Lorio and I placed them in a hole at the land blessing site, along with the stones. So fire, earth, burying it in the earth. You can put it in water, put it in a little stream, and let that stream carry your desire with water. So those are the things I do. And like I said, I have manifested some pretty big stuff this year, and that's what I do. I don't try to force it. I don't try to overanalyze or say I have to or I need. Don't come from energy of lack, that come from that whatever is best, my best and highest good. That's what I want. And that's what spirit will flow through us if we ask, if we do the ask. So got it? You got those steps? If somebody wants to type them out in the comments, I think that will help for anybody that comes in to watch this later. And let's see if we had anybody else come in. Leo is here. Awesome. And Kathy Hand, the sassy girl on her way to work, traveling up that road. I know that road well because I had to take it to get here. Julie, you're going to try it today. Awesome. Pat Moss is going to try it. So if somebody wants to put in the steps, blank sheet of paper, red pen, focus on spirit and ask what goes on that paper. What goes on the paper, spirit? I have no clue. So show me. And then write it down and release it. Let it go. And this is a great time to do this. You know, the full moon is the opportune time to put your manifestation demands, desires, wants, put those out there. But 3 days before and 3 days after the actual full moon date, it's still very high energy to manifest. So you still have that opportunity to put out your desires. You're rocket, Abraham. All right, so where are we? We have time, I think, for story time. If you all would like that this morning. What a beautiful story the angels wrote last night. And it's called A Story to Share. So let me pull that up so I can share it with you. I absolutely love this. I had told Kathy about this song when I first got here and was talking to her. And so the angels wanted to expand on it. Right, so the quote is from a song by Lauren Elena, and the lyric that touched my heart: and go write a story that you can't wait to tell me on the other side. Today, as I drove through the rolling beauty of the Poconos, the mountains rose in quiet majesty, their green shoulders draped in the soft veil of a summer haze. Out of the stillness came a tender voice from the radio, Lauren Elena, singing a tribute to her stepfather who had passed. The lyric that caught my breath was, and go write a story that you can't wait to tell me on the other side. In that moment, the road seemed to be still. I thought of my own loved ones who now walk in the light of eternity. How would I want them to remember me when my earthly journey is complete? The answer came swiftly. This lyric said it perfectly. I would want my parting gift to be an invitation to go, live boldly, gather moments that fill your soul, write a story so full of love, adventure, kindness, and joy that you can't wait to share it with me when we meet again. Dear angels, how can we live each day in such a way that our life becomes a beautiful story worth telling on the other side? Dear ones, you are already writing your story, not with pen and paper, but with every thought you think, every word you speak, every choice you make. Do not wait for grand gestures or perfect timing. Life's most treasured chapters are written in the ordinary moments. The smile you offer to a stranger, the forgiveness you extend when it's hardest, the courage you summon to follow your heart. Live not in fear of the ending, but in joy for the unfolding. When your soul crosses into the eternal embrace, the story you bring will not be measured by how long you lived, but by how deeply you loved. So live wide open, dear ones. Make your story rich with compassion, luminous with truth, and radiant with joy. And know that we will be listening, cherishing every word on both sides of the veil. Dear angels, the angels whisper, live today so that heaven leans in to listen. Angels, today I promise to write the best story of my life. And that's what we do every day. We're writing our story as we walk on Mama Gaia's back. We're writing what we're going to be remembered by. When loved ones say goodbye to us at the end of the day and we're all done with this shell, this vessel that we're in, what are they going to remember? What will they remember about you? What's the story that will be told about your life? And what will you bring to your loved ones on the other side when you meet up with them? And you say, guess what? I went on this journey and this is what happened. I so love this story time. I love that the angels took something that had meaning to me and they created this wonderful message for us all to pay attention to have now, to think about. And, death is not something to be feared. It's going to happen to all of us. So we might as well embrace it and embrace the fact that We are one day going to be remembered. What are we going to be remembered for? What's going to be those words that people will speak about us when we're no longer here? Good morning, Brookie, Max, Dylan. And you're going to do the manifesting. Yay! I'm so glad. Um, Brandy, you're heart hugging the L'Oreos today. That's awesome. I love that. I wish Auntie Jean was here with us. Let's see if we can manifest that. Maybe she'll come in toward the end. Uh, Charlie, good morning to you. Thank you, Brookie, for writing out that manifestation technique. I'll put it up here for everybody that may have missed it as we discussed it. Take a blank sheet of paper and a red pen. Ask Spirit what to write. Just focus your energy. Just look up or out to the universe and say, what goes on my piece of paper? And then write it down. The last part is to let it go. After you've written it, sometimes I do snap a picture of it. I want to remember what Spirit told me. I want to remember it and be reminded of it all the time. Good morning, Dixie. What a great time. So the last thing we have to do, last thing we're going to do before we go into prayers is angels in my pocket. And I'm sure our little pocket is listening. Oh, I love Kathy's placeholder. I'm using her book because mine's in the car. Kathy's placeholder for where she's at and where we're at, because we're reading this together, is page 81. You have a higher calling, and until you take off your cloak, you will not feel in alignment with your inner joy. Take the first step to honor yourself as worthy of love. That's why we say those affirmations every morning. I am worthy. I am enough. Get that really ingrained in your heart that you are indeed a child of God. You are worthy. With each temptation presented, you have a choice to make. You can use your intuition as a litmus test as to the value of what is presented to you. Do not get so caught up in achieving something that you forget to honor your purpose for being. You know, I love this message because many times we're so focused on, oh, I have to do this. We're like that little train, that little engine that could. We're like, I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. And we're so focused with that tunnel vision of achieving that we forget to step back, be the observer, and say, oh, let me just watch the process happen. Let me step away and be the observer instead of at the helm saying, I got to guide this ship. I got to guide this train. I have to do it. No, we are the ones that allow it to come to us, and we watch that process as it goes along. All right, the next one. Your soul is constantly trying to pull you back into your heart space where only love is real, and where you can see that you are all simply a spark of the divine, one great ocean of energy that cannot be divided into individual droplets of water. Think about that. We're like that ocean. And you can't go into the ocean and pick one piece of water out of it and say, this is the ocean. It all comes together to create that body, just like we all come together to create the great collective. We are all part of the oneness of all that is. And you can't just pick one of us out of there and say, oh, there it is. There's the collective. It's all of our energy. So I love that. And I love that Kathy underlined only love is real. All that other stuff is just fluff. It's just fluff. So you can let it go in any given moment. Never underestimate the power of love to restore faith in human kindness, remember that love is an action word. We encourage you, dear ones, to take action when you hear the guidance to do so. And that's very important to not just hear it. Many times we do hear spirit talking to us. We feel that nudge. We get that inspired thought, ooh, do this. Go to this place. Talk to this person. Hug that one. Smile at people. We get those nudges. But the action part is up to us. We do have complete free choice. We have free will. So if we hear a message to do something, that's just the message. The real fulfillment comes in the action part. Will I? Will I step up? Will I smile today? Will I laugh today? Will I bring joy into someone's life to add to their happiness and their inner peace? Those are the choices we make every day. Am I going to spend my time complaining, moaning and groaning about what I don't have? Bad things are looking out there in the world, tearing things apart. Or am I going to choose to look at what's bringing us together? What's bringing us together is that energy of love. And love that we hold in our heart is the glue to keeping that collective energy uplifted. So we all hold that beautiful way of putting things in perspective and looking at it through, rose-colored glasses sometimes. Sometimes we have to just shut out the noise, shut out all of that chaos and that confusion, and be, like we discussed yesterday in the meditation, be a placeholder. Be that person that's just holding space, that's letting others run around in circles and let the world be upside down for a minute. We can't fix anybody. We can't make things better for anybody. Yeah, that all has to come from the inside. But we can certainly hold space. We can lift up in prayer. We can say our, I love you, just as you are. And then allow love, that beautiful power of love, to help us come back together into the collective energy and feel the fullness of being one. And we are one. Here in the Angelic River family, we are peas for peace, and we desire to have that peace in our world, as Deirdre will so lovingly let us know with our daily prayer. We pray for that world peace every day. Every day I want to wake up and know that there's another peace agreement that's been signed. There's countries that say, I'm done with this mess. I'm done with the fighting. I'm done with the killing. I'm done with the people being upset. Let's bring more peace into the world. And that's what I want. That's my heart's desire. Can I have any means of influencing peace happening in the world? Yeah, we can. We put the intentions out there. We put the prayers out there. And we connect with those who have the power to bring about more peace. All right. So, Deirdre, thank you for putting our prayer up. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, prayers for our troops, especially the deployed ones, and prayers for our United States, and travel prayers for anyone who may be on the road, like Kathy, headed to work right now. She should be almost there. For me, as I head to Virginia today and go on to another farm where I will be around animals and especially those beautiful horses. I'm looking forward to sharing those with all of you. And Blue Jean, prayers for all creatures, great and small. Absolutely. And Brandy, you spoke with Auntie Jean, and she loves us all. She certainly does. She holds us all in her heart. And Brandy, I know you had asked for prayers for anyone dealing with suicide or dementia of any kind in your lives. And I don't know if Sally is still with us. Sally always adds a beautiful prayer for those who feel like they're not seen, not heard, the invisible ones in the world that think that they're not seen and that feel unloved, that feel like they're living in fear, fear of others, fear of situations, of what might be happening if they venture out into the world. So we lift up anyone who's hurting in any way, whether that's a physical pain, emotional, mental, or spiritual. We lift you all up. Okay, so if you want to add anything in to the prayer, just type it in. And Kathy, prayers for safe travels and smooth sailing to the Dulles Airport. Yes. So I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling the rest of the year. And I'm going to stop in at the airport today near where Kathy lives and see if I can get that clear on my travels so that I don't have to stand in the security line for hours and hours, but I can breeze through it because I'll have the clear and the TSA pre-check that will say, yep, you can go on through. We've checked your identity already. Oh, Kathleen Caputo, hello. Yes, I can't wait to see those beautiful next animals on my list to be with. And this will be the last pet sitting that I'll be doing for 2025. So I want to make it something special being there with them. And Kathy, you made it to work. Awesome. Thank you for letting us know that. All right. So any prayers, go ahead and type it in. And we're going to go into our hearts and let's just release today. We've been doing a lot of release. This is full moon time. Time to hand over whatever is not for our best and highest good. What are you holding? Just take a moment. What are you holding on to that maybe is bringing your energy down, bringing you into a heaviness? Remember that with gravity, whatever is heaviest is going to be pulled down into that 3D energy. So let's release things. Let's look at it as those things that you are holding, like anger. Maybe there's some anger that you just can't let go of, or you think you can't let go of it. Maybe there's anger you don't even realize you're holding. Maybe there's regrets, shame, blame, guilt. Look at all of those things that may be residing in you as metal armor. We use them sometimes. We use them to protect ourselves from further hurt, the possibility that someone will hurt us again if they've hurt us before. So look at all of the things that may be residing in there as metal. See them as heavy metal pulling your energy down. Can you envision that? Can you right now look at what's going on inside of you and just see it for what it is, a heavy energy. See it like a heavy metal armor that's just so clunky. And as you try to walk, you're pulling all of this heaviness along with you. Maybe it's in a backpack and you stacked it in there where you don't have to look at it, but you're holding that as you walk along and it's really pulling your energy down. So I want you to see all of that stuff, right? All of that stuff that's not needed. Just see them as very, very heavy. If you were to place them on a weight scale, it would go off the scale because that's how heavy that energy is. So look at your armor, look at the things that have been sitting in you like these heavy boulders of energy, and let's release it. Let's cut the ties to it. If you can see it tied with a string, this very heavy rope tied around the anger, tied around the guilt, the shame, the blame, the regrets, the sadness, the what ifs. Let's cut that rope. You decide. You make the choice. And then you call in help. You call in Archangel Michael and you say, I'm done. I am done with this heavy energy. I want to feel the lightness. I want to feel my energy floating up above so that when I walk on Mama Gaia, I'm walking with light footsteps, leaving a footprint of love behind, leaving a story that is full of joy, full of happiness, full of laughter, full of smiles. That's what I choose. I choose that instead of dragging this stuff along behind me or feeling so heavy laden with those energies that I can't move forward. I physically cannot do it. So let's let it go. All you have to do is intend. It is my intention, and you can say this, it is my intention to release this heavy energy that is not serving me in any way for my best and highest good. I release it. I let it go with love. I release it with ease and grace. It is not mine. This is not my energy to hold on to. My energy is light. My energy is full of beauty and full of joy. And I'm taking my power in this moment. I'm making a choice to be the best me possible walking on this earth plane for whatever moments, whatever time there is for me to be here. I'm choosing to live my life free and in joy. I'm writing my story right now, starting with a blank sheet. I'm creating my story the way I want it to be, and I don't have to go back and change anything. This is my story to tell, and I'm telling it the way I want it to be. And then breathe out, feel the release. Feel your spirit being a lot lighter once you've dumped all of that heaviness. Feel your soul wanting to just fly, fluttering on wings like the butterfly. Just put that smile on your face now, knowing that you have taken control. You've taken back the control of your happiness, of your joy, of the lightness of your being. Doesn't that feel good? And now, let's lift up our prayers, the ones that we have chosen as a family to receive. We receive the prayers that anyone who wants can bring to us. We lift them up now with our light energy. We can fly like the eagle, high, high, upper and higher and higher. And we're going to lay those down right there at the great central sun. We're going to ask the Creator to see each and every one, acknowledge them, love on them, and answer those prayers for the best and highest good of all. And we offer gratitude from our hearts. Thank you. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, angels, for always blessing us with miracles. And let's end that with an Om Shanti. May peace come into our hearts because we know that we followed our spirit. We followed the energy that's inside of us. Thank you. Thank you so much for participating in the prayer time today, for doing your release, for doing that inner work that's so necessary for us to have the lightness of our spirit. And let's have Leo take us out of here with our morning song. Here we go. Go.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great
Okay, so
day.
Darlene, I see your message. Let it happen with ease and grace. Let it flow from you. It will. It definitely will. Randy, ease and grace from place to place. I hear Blue Jean in there somewhere. Deirdre, thank you. Thank you. I love you.
Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just
Bye.
high vibe because the triple Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Joy. That's what this is all about. The Morning Cuppa Joy.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot to get the day started. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod.
Peas in the pod, that's us.
Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy.
Thank you, Brookie. All right, are you ready? Ready? There really is no secret.
There really is no secret. We simply accept,
Align, allow.
AAA.
Play, y'all.
Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Thank you for helping Leo at the end of the song with his woo. Scooby just looked at me like, what? Scooby, do you know that word? You know, woo, woo. I got the head time. If I can turn it around and let Scooby say goodbye to everyone. But Scoobs is over at the window. Can I get it all the way over there? There he is. There's the Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Say goodbye to the peas. Say goodbye, peas. So you got your Scooby fix this morning. And I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time at the Morning Cuppa. I love you. And Joanne. Thank you. I love you. All right. I'll be back tomorrow from the Virginia farm where I will be for the next couple of weeks. And hopefully we'll bringing you some videos of those beautiful animals that I get to engage with there before I head off for Hawaii. Take care, everyone. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed.